Funky. Hip
Hey everybody, welcome back. Behind the bar with me this evening. Tonight we're doing an interesting beer, at least I think it's interesting. This is one of those full-on chew hype train situations. This beer was released about a week and a half ago, from Bottle Logic. It's their second anniversary beer, Ground State Breakfast Stout. It is a stout brewed with chocolate and cocoa nibs and aged in bourbon barrels with vanilla and coffee beans, coming in at 12.5%. As our second anniversary approaches, we're reflecting on the growth of the past 2 years, all the work done, all the beer made, and it's just all the beginning. This coffee-driven beer is a hearty substance needed to fuel up and break ground on our next year of innovation in transmission. So, this goes well with barbecue pulled pork and ginger snaps, apparently. So the hype on this beer got huge right as it was released because they're the same brewery that makes Fundamental Observation, which is a beer I've never had, but I've heard is a vanilla bomb and very similar to Bourbon County Vanilla Rye. Wow, I can smell that from here. So the hype's real. I managed to trade for a couple from a few people. So to everybody that sent me a couple bottles, thank you very much. Something in my glass. Because I did get a couple from a few people. So let's pour down into a glass, see what we think, see if the hype's real, guys. This is actually kind of fun to do sometimes, because this started trading for huge. It's kind of died back down. But yeah, it's let's figure out together, because I haven't seen a review for this out there anywhere. So I'm at least on YouTube. So I'm anxious to see what I think, and then hopefully others will post, and we'll see what they think. Because I've hold on. Sorry, dog. Anyway, so we'll see what I think. I know a couple people. I know Joe's getting it. I am sending a bottle to some YouTubers to review, so we'll see what everybody thinks. But see if the hype's real. I don't know if you saw pouring it out. Pitch jet black. Little bit of carbonation, not a lot, really. A quarter finger of anything. Just kind of some big, dark mocha bubbles on that. Not a lot of carbonation to speak of, but it looks beautiful. I mean, pitch black in my Avery chalice. Can't see any light through that, so it looks, I mean, not even at the edge. There's no, like, that red haze or something like that. You don't get any of that with this beer, but it looks amazing. I will say, before I actually dive in and take a whiff, I was getting barrel the minute I opened this beer. So we'll dive in and see what it smells like. Oh yeah. I love that. Oh, that smells great. Barrel, I mean, definitely some bourbon notes there. Big coffee, just like cold pressed, not overly bitter, just great coffee. Big chocolate, big milk chocolate, dark chocolate, baker's chocolate. No real dark fruits to speak of, maybe a little smidge at the end there. Big vanilla, and even some toasted coconut in there. I mean, your typical big stout notes, but it's got a huge nose on it. Smells great. Oh, wow. Big barrel, big coffee, big chocolate. I mean, everything that's in this. For there being vanilla in this beer and Fundamental Observation being as huge vanilla as I've heard it is, this doesn't have a ton of vanilla to it. It's definitely there, but it's definitely not the forward element of this beer. It's definitely the barrel. It's definitely the coffee, the nibs, they give it that milk chocolate, dark chocolate elements, and then the vanilla. But yeah, wow, this smells great, guys. I've let it sit out for a little bit to get back up closer to room temperature. I got this today in the mail and put it in the fridge for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then took it out for about 20 to 30 minutes. So we're good to go. I'm anxious to drink this. Cheers, guys. Man, that's big. That is big on flavor. Ooh, and a little warm. Right up front, you're hit with this pop from the barrel. This just kind of bourbony sweetness. and then it just kind of flows into that coffee, mocha, just kind of that mocha coffee and chocolate mix. Into the vanilla. Finish is a little warm for 12.5%. I mean, I've had beers that are bigger than this recently that don't finish warm like this does. That's not a bad thing. I don't mind some booziness in my stouts for barrel-aged stouts. It lets me know that barrel's there, which it definitely is. Whew. Breathing fire. Wow, this beer is really good. I love that the coffee is there. I'm a coffee drinker. I like a good dark roast coffee. I don't put cream, sugar, any of that. I just pretty much drink my coffee black for the most part. Occasionally I'll put a little cream in there, but the great thing about this coffee, it is not overly bitter. You don't get those green pepper notes that a lot of people say, just that pepperiness. None of that. The vanilla is there on the end. There's a vanilla sweetness, especially in there. It's there at the front with the bourbon barrel. But it's not over the top. You just get a kind of a hint of it. It's not really there. Other than that, I get it a little bit more on the nose actually than I do on the taste. But then that just kind of mocha coffee chocolatiness with the barrel. This reminds me of a beer I've had. I can't think of what it is though. Actually, there's a lot of similar notes to standard Bourbon County, I think. With that added, just kind of, it takes those elements and kind of amps them up just a smidge with the coffee elements, the chocolate, the vanilla that you get from Bourbon County. It kind of takes that and kicks it up just a bit. Similar beer. Wow. This is really, really freaking good. I love a good vanilla stout. I'm just thinking of fundamental observation, which I've never had, as being a huge vanilla bomb like Vanilla Rye. And a beer that Joe and I drank not too long ago that's on the channel in Derivation 4, which, huge vanilla bomb to me. I like beers like that a lot, but I also like this style as well. The thing that I really, really am liking about this is that it has all of these elements, but not one of them stands out above the other. The barrel's there at the beginning. It's there at the end with the warmth to let you know that it happened. The coffee elements are there. The chocolate notes are there. The vanilla, even a little bit of toasted coconut, just from the barrel. Little oakiness. And actually, looking at this is not jet black. I am actually seeing a little light through this now as the pour has gone down a bit. Mouth feels good. It's medium. It's not thick by any means. You're not going to confuse this for a TG stout or even like a derivation or one of those thicker stouts. But it doesn't detract though. I mean, the elements of this beer that are so good. The carbonation's there. It's got decent carbonation. Couldn't see it on the glass, but you can feel it going across your tongue. It definitely doesn't stall in any place. Man. That is killer. I'm trying to think of what else to say on this. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It is exactly what it says that it is. And it does every element of that extremely well. Is this beer overhyped? I don't know how you can overhype a beer that is exceptional. I mean, is it the best beer I've ever had in the world? No. Is it TG stout worthy? Like, is it SR71, which is actually kind of similar to, or like an Assassin? It's similar to those beers, but it's not those beers though. Like flavor profile wise, it's in the ballpark, but it doesn't have that thickness. It doesn't have, kind of some of the complexities that those beers have. But with that said, this is right just a step below that. And as it's starting to warm, I pick up a little bit more of the vanilla. It becomes a little bit more mocha-like. Those flavors are coming out a little bit more. The coffee's not actually as prevalent now, but I think it's because it's not bitter. Like, it's there. It's very smooth. It's one of the, from a coffee standpoint, probably the smoothest coffee application in a beer. I think one of the best that I've had, because I don't like my coffee. I don't like coffee stouts very much because Sorry about that, technical difficulties. I was just saying this beer reminded me a lot of barrel-aged LSD with vanilla and coffee. Just kicked up a notch. So I think I've said enough about this beer, though. I'm going to keep drinking it. But it's frigging delicious. I mean, that's all I can say. As far as a grade, it's actually really hard. I'm going to let this warm and finish the bottle, but I'm somewhere in a 98, 99 range. It's not quite 100 for me. It's really close. I mean, if this gets even more complex as it warms, it could go up there. It's just kind of a mouthfeel thing for me at this point. But is it worth the hype? That's for you to judge. It's a damn friggin' good beer. Would I trade anything crazy for it? No, I traded some decent stuff, but nothing too crazy that I didn't have extras of. But it's friggin' good. If you can get a hold of a bottle, do it. If you love barrel-aged stouts, this is killer stuff. So 98, 99, probably going to be about a 99 when it's all said and done. You know, I wouldn't say I'm on the hype train, but it's frigging, I mean, it's an A+ world-class beer. I mean, I'm going to seek out FO, Fundamental Observation, on the next release because Bottle Logic has shown me some things with this. They make damn killer stouts, at least for this one. So we'll leave it there, guys. Out of 100, 98, 99. Thanks for coming behind the bar and watching the hype train roll on through. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, comments. We're adding tons of subscribers. I've added a ton lately. We're getting really close to 400, which is crazy. I feel like I just passed 300. I'm going to be at 400 within the next couple weeks. So yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for watching me drink beer and sharing it with me. And make sure you post comments, guys, because that's the part that I like the most. Till next time.